The Sri Padmanabhaswamy Temple of Thiruvananthapuram in South India is a fine example of exquisite architecture that blends Dravidian and traditional Kerala styles. Among its many dazzling features is the Gopuram, the tower, at the temple's main entrance. The tower rises 100 feet above the ground, with a foundation that goes nearly 40 feet deep. Ornate sculptures adorn the walls of the Gopuram. The Gopuram was a later addition to the main temple, which itself is 1,000 years old. The construction of the Gopuram was started in the mid-16th century during the reign of the Travancore king Aditya Varma and was largely completed in the 18th century during the rule of King Anuyam Thirunal Martanda Varma. There are 7 floors to this tower structure, with a pair of window-like openings at the center of each floor on its opposite sides. On the exact 2 days of the equinox, one gets to see the setting sun aligned and passing exactly through each of the windows in roughly 5-minute intervals.
Like all hidden treasure stories, Kerala's Sri Padmanabhan Swamy Temple has been a fascination in India for many years, one shrouded in mystery and fear. Sri Padmanabhan Swamy Temple is a Hindu temple dedicated to Lord Vishnu. The shrine is currently run by a trust headed by the royal family of Travancore. The temple and its assets belong to Lord Padmanabhan Swamy and were for a long time controlled by a trust headed by the Travancore royal family. India and its 7-member committee have already opened 6 of the 7 secret vaults and have discovered at a depth of 20 feet underground around 100 billion in treasure, including golden idols, golden elephants, and idols wearing 18-foot diamond necklaces, as well as countless bags of gold coins from around the world, and ceremonial costumes included 66-pound solid gold coconut shells studded with rubies and emeralds from all over the world. In an inventory list from August 2014, Vault A contained 2,000 pounds of gold coins, dating to around 400 BC. Also found was a pure golden throne adorned with hundreds of diamonds and fully precious stones, meant as a seat for the 18-foot-long deity. And additional solid gold crowns have been found, all studded with diamonds and other precious stones. The valuables are believed to have been accumulated in the temple over several thousands of years, having been donated to the deity by various dynasties and kings. Chamber B has long been considered by astrologers of India as highly mysterious, sacred, and too dangerous to unveil it. The enormous steel door of Chamber B has 2 massive cobras on it and has no bolts, latches, or any other means of entry. Around 100 years ago, when the area was grappling with a serious famine, the temple authorities tried to open the chamber to use the treasures kept locked behind the doors, but when they heard the sound of gushing ocean waves from behind the door, they stepped back and gave up the idea. Since then, it is believed that the chamber is connected to the sea, and any attempt made with the modern technology to open the door will unleash catastrophes across the state and in Kerala. According to legend, this portal unlocks by itself by speaking a sacred chant. Could this in fact be a stargate to another realm? Would forced entry unleash mayhem? This is one of the most stunning examples of ancient technology in all of India, a door that can't be opened and has no apparent means of opening. You have to wonder that if you consider the other 6 doors that have been opened at this temple, They contain enormous wealth that is in the very high billions and hard to put an exact value on. These doors, however, were decoy doors in an effort to put would-be invaders off the idea of opening the B vault. If you consider this effort of value and riches to deter the opening of this door, then you must speculate that whatever lies behind this door must be more than just that of material value. It must be godlike and beyond our comprehension. The valuable objects of the temple are believed to have been accumulated in the temple over several thousands of years, having been donated to the deity and subsequently stored in the temple by various dynasties. The Travancore royal family, the Colothrases, the Pallavas, the Cholas, and many other kings in the record history of both South India and beyond, and from the rulers and traders of Mesopotamia, Jerusalem, Greece, Rome, and later from the various colonial powers from Europe and other countries. Most scholars believe that this was accumulated over thousands of years, given the mention of the deity and the temple in several extant Hindu texts. The Sangam Tamil lecture, wherein it was referred to as the Golden Temple on account of its then unimaginable wealth, and the treasures consist of countless artifacts dating back to the Chera and Pandya epoch.